This is the 2018 Suzuki Swift Sport, a car that we've been waiting for eagerly since the launch of the new generation platform last year. Hailed as the Japanese pocket rocket, the Swift Sport competes with hot hatches such as the Renault Clio RS, VW Polo GTI, and the Ford Fiesta ST. Here, in its signature bright yellow finish, the Swift Sport comes in at the lightest at 970 kilograms. 2 gearboxes are available, a 6-speed manual, and thankfully the CVT has been ditched in favor of a 6-speed automatic. In regards to styling, the Swift Sport identifies itself with a more aggressive front nose, twin exhausts housed in a black diffuser, those alloys, and a spoiler. Suspension setup comes in the form of McPherson struts up front and a torsion beam in the rear. Pricing in Australia is pegged at $25,490 for the manual and $27,490 with the automatic. Remember, all these are excluding on-road costs. So, let's start our tour. Here is the key. And let's hop inside. Now, the first thing we're going to do is turn the car on because it's a very warm day today. And thankfully, we've got the 6-speed manual transmission. So to start the car, foot on the clutch and hit the engine start-stop button. Now, I have done an in-depth tour of the new Swift. If you want to check out that video, I'll put a link up here. But for the Swift Sport, what I'll do is outline what you get in addition with the standard model. And the first thing you can see is you get a lot of red. So there's red plastic trims on the door panel and on the upper dash. Also on the lower dash around the gear lever. The steering wheel is 3-spoke and it's a nice D-shaped flat bottom unit. Leather is perforated on the sides. And there's piano black trim on the bottom half. On the instrument cluster, Suzuki say you get sportier dials, which to me just means, once again, more red. But what's new is in the center, it's a color multi-information display, and you can cycle through different menus such as a digital clock, motion sensors with power and torque output, acceleration and braking graphs, and also the boost gauge with oil pressure. On the driver's door card, the door bins are large enough for a standard size water bottle. 4 power window switches, driver's is automatic. Power folding mirrors. And the Swift Sport also gets alloy pedals. The 7-inch infotainment system carries over from the standard Swift. It's a neat unit with AM and FM radio, sadly no digital radio. Inbuilt satellite navigation. Bluetooth calling connect from your phone, and also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Automatic single zone climate control, and USB with auxiliary, and a 12-volt power outlet. 2 cup holders, although these ones aren't that big, so bottles like this aren't going to really fit. A little storage tray, manual parking brake, and a separate storage cubby. The visor's pretty standard for the driver and front passenger, and a single interior dome light. My favorite part of the interior would have to be these lovely bucket seats. They're very well contoured and provide good side support. And they're also cloth, which is my preferred material, so they'll stay cool even in the hot Australian summer. It has an integrated headrest and the previously mentioned red leather stitching. Around the back, space in the Sport is the same as the regular Swift, which is about on par in the Super Mini class. Cargo hooks with interior lights. But sadly, the Sport doesn't get a spare tyre, only this tyre sealant kit. Seats do fold down and they go in a 60-40 split. Okay, let's go for a drive. One little thing to note is that in order to engage reverse, you have to lift this metal portion before it can be flipped over and pressed down. If you don't do that, it simply goes into 6th gear. So that was something that left me a little caught out and a bit embarrassed at the dealership. remember, this is the 1.4 litre booster jet engine making 103 kilowatts of power and 230 newton meters of torque. It's the exact same engine as the Vitara Turbo, but the Swift weighs a lot less, so it's much faster and much more chuckable. The clutch is so easy to modulate. There's a very distinct bite point that you can feel, so you can get the accelerator working in sync. So it's very, very simple to drive. And it also makes you want to take corners far quicker than you thought were possible. This thing is great. Okay, my mind is set. If you go for the Swift Sport, you have to get the manual. It is so much fun. The gears snap so easily into place, and it's a relatively short shift. And the clutch is light and easy to use. This thing is a joy to drive.
The steering also behaved as I expected. It was firm at speed but never felt heavy, whilst maneuvering at low speeds was light and nimble. Great handling in combination with a strong engine did bring its own problem though.
You just want to go faster. Alright, that's the new 2018 Suzuki Swift, our first drive. What do you think of the car? As always, let us know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed the video, hit us with a like and subscribe. and I'll see you in the next one.